same trip. I stopped for 10 minutes at the office. How thick this fog rolled in just in that short amount of time. Crazy. Crazy.
Offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit pca.zone.org. Just about as mild as you can ask for. It is very mild out there. Temperatures in the low 60s. We've got a little bit of rain so far this morning. Our better chance of rain of any significance is mid to late afternoon. Thunderstorms in the area at that point. Look for the high to be in the low 70s today, low to mid 70s tomorrow, and the low tonight, lower 60s. It's rain-free tomorrow, very small chance of rain for Saturday morning. Otherwise, weekend looking pretty good. Out there right now, we have 62 under cloudy skies. All right, that is a look at our morning weather. Brittany Barnes, State Farm Insurance. There's a new leaf getting ready to get turned over in 5 days. You're going to be looking at a brand new year, and you'll have to remember when you write a check, if you still do write a check, or if you write a letter, 2025. 2025 bodes a lot of different things in the business. Insurance rates, as you know, are going up. They're not going down. And the best way to attack a high insurance rate is to find a company that's got a good rate, one that is appealing to you and appealing to your bank account. Now, everybody and their brother's talking about combining home and auto, and so are we at State Farm. We think we have the best plan, and all we ask for is a phone call. Take you about 10 minutes of your time. Don't even have to come by the office. Pick up the phone and dial 866-BRIT. That's 866-BRIT. Brittany Barnes, State Farm. We think we've got a rate that is most appealing to you at Brittany Barnes. 866-BRIT. Entergy has a plan for a growing Southeast Texas. We're adding multiple
Energy has a plan to be a monopoly.
Increasing demands in our communities. We're also
If there was another electric provider around here other than Energy, I 100% would use them. They are garbage, and they know they're garbage. And they overcharge you and know you can't do anything about it. Case in point, 1 year they came back, this is back before they did the digital meters. This is when they came out and had to read your meter every month. Somebody read it, and then it wasn't even the next day somebody came and read it again. And we thought that was odd because we talked to them. It was like, look, somebody just came the other day. And they were like, yeah, I know it. I don't think they recorded it or whatever, blah, blah, blah. That next month rolled around. Our bill was literally doubled. It went from like 300 to over 6 something. So we called them up, and they straight up told us there was nothing they could do about it, and that if we weren't happy, we had the option not to pay the bill, and they would just cut our stuff off. Like, they straight up told us that. I was like, wait a minute. That is seriously your advice? Y'all screw up, make us pay. I even told the lady, I said, pull the last year of my records. Pull the last year and tell me what that bill is. The highest that bill has ever been was in like July, August, around that area. And it was like 315, 326, something, somewhere around there. And then all of a sudden, it literally just doubles. Yeah, that's Energy for you. They're great customer service. I can't stand Energy. If there was another option, 100% I'd use it.
Announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially
you travel right down the road.
Don't bother. If you really
like
want
the
out of your
neighboring big
timeshare,
cities,
hang the phone up immediately,
they have
throw
3 or
that
4
mouthpiece
different
in the
options.
trash and contact
Not around
your
here.
timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-798-3399. That's 800-798-3399. 800-798-3399.
7:41 now at News Talk Radio KLBI. Greg Boswick, along with Al Caldwell, Harold Mann. Jim Love taking a couple of days off. I actually got a text yesterday from Jim, who said everything went well this
Come
morning.
on, guy.
So I am presuming he was talking about the radio station and not the gift giving.
Yeah.
Really, bro?
That's exactly right.
He wants to go when he wanted.
I'm not on Facebook, but my wife is. And yesterday, she was texting on Facebook and got an answer from my dear friend, Steve Jordan, who is out on the West Coast, retired. He lives in Palm Springs now. And Steve was hired him out of KPNG in Port Neches. There was a KPNG radio station back in the 60s, and he went to school at Port Neches Groves High School. And he worked for me for a time, and just a great guy. Went out to San Francisco and became legendary on the West Coast. He was the man in West Coast radio. He was the voice of the Ford Motor Company commercials out there, and like I say, retired now, but a dear friend. Well, he and I were working together, and my dear departed friend Joe Walker, who passed away last April, was running our FM station when I was over at KAYC, the other AM station. Well, FM back in the 60s was, well, it was an afterthought. Right. FM was really not that much. It was on the state in 1933. The patent for FM radio
30 miles an hour.
was first given. Now, Edwin Armstrong was the guy who got it. He didn't do anything with it, and neither did anybody else. Well, finally in 1968, our boss in Houston decided that we should use one of the first fully automated radio stations to run our FM. And Joe Walker was designated to run it. Probably one of the biggest mistakes that anyone could have ever made. Because what happened is anytime the introductions for a song were played on one unit, the song was played on another unit, the news was played on another unit, and usually about 5 times an hour they would all get together simultaneously. And they would say, now here's Lawrence Welk to play so-and-so, and it would play a Barbra Streisand song.
Right.
And we would just, and Steve and I would just laugh like crazy, and Joe was just going nuts.
Joe would laugh.
Yeah, well, that's right. Paybacks are hell. Because about 3 months later, we invented, actually we didn't invent, but we used what was called the McKinsey system of a tape machine that automatically gave off the ID and the time at the top of the hour.
Okay.
And it would say KAYC Radio Authority time is 8 o'clock.
Right.
So as soon as that would happen, well, I would go down the hall. It was a ritual every morning. And Jack would do the news. And this one morning, I was comfortably seated when I heard KAYC Radio Authority News is 9 a.m. KAYC Radio Authority News is 10 a.m. KAYC Radio Authority News is 11 a.m.
Oh, no.
Well, Jack couldn't do anything because he was doing the news. And, he was torn between getting up and going into the next room and shutting off the machine or keeping on doing it. He kept doing the news.
Right. morning steps.
Oh, let me tell you. It is 7:45 before we go to morning sports. Guess what they're doing out in the state of Oregon? Oregon's top law enforcement officer rolled out what she has called the Bilingual Sanctuary Promise Community Toolkit.
What is that?
To help residents refresh their knowledge of Oregon's relevant laws. Every person has the right to live, work, play, and learn safely in Oregon. And as such, in 1987, Oregon lawmakers passed the then H.R. 2314 bill in response to several raids by the INS, the U.S. Immigration and Naturalization Service, which transformed into the Department of Home Safety and ICE in 2003. The law is largely considered the first sanctuary state policy in the country. And
Can't even see the top of the MLK bridge.
what Oregon has done with their press release from the Attorney General's
Crazy, that
office
fog rolled in.
noted that the bill now
Good.
means unanimously people cannot be forced to leave the state of Oregon, which is going to bring up a very interesting question when Donald Trump assumes the presidential office and brings in either the National Guard or whomever else to go ahead and migrate these people forcibly back to Mexico. And we'll see whether state law or the president